Welcome, everybody. This is our new space, a long time coming. And we're calling this new podcast, what are we calling it? Three-Way with?
NGK.
Hello. Oh my God, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Thanks to COVID.
Thanks to COVID. How did it start? Like,
Me and you,
we started.
and a few other people.
Yeah, a few other people. So the way we started this, we were all COVID, quarantine. No one knew what to do on a Sunday.
Bored, nothing to do,
Bored
no
and nothing to do,
parties.
and everything is locked
Couldn't
down.
go out to eat.
You couldn't do anything.
Trapped in the house.
Trapped in the house. So then we started the Sunday socials where we invited people. Actually, Senior Gumboy was like part of the motivation as well, because everyone that knows Senior Gumboy in Toronto, Marvin is his name. And him and I were like, okay, well, invite your friends, let me invite my friends, and let's make sure they have questions. And then when they have questions, they come on the call. So we started doing it, and then after a couple of Sundays, it kind of died down, and then we're like, no, we're kind of bored. Like, we need to get this back up.
Yeah.
And then so many people started being invited, and here we are.
I was just going to say, you were inviting me for a solid 2 months before I actually
I kept on hearing about Nicole, but never seen Nicole.
I think you guys gotta meet Nicole. You guys gotta meet Nicole. And meanwhile, Nicole's just like, what is this podcast? What is this social? We call it Sunday social.
Yeah, no, but it's good because we get to talk about life, relationships, sex, what's going on in the world. So it was helpful during that time, you know, to get to meet other people and get different perspectives. So
It was therapeutic, I'll say.
Yeah.
And then I will ask a lot of questions all the time. And then I was like, wait a second, like this is like, no, we need like another segue. So Karina was the most loyal since day one.
Day one.
I had nothing to do.
Right? And I was like, yo, I love that Karina's here all the time. Maybe she could ask questions and take over. So like help me balance off. And then Nicole decided to join, and then it was over. Nicole, how was your first experience?
Oh my God.
Nicole took over though.
Nicole took over.
She was
We're
a
like, where have you
natural.
been all our lives?
She had all these questions in her.
4 months. We're
Yeah.
trying to get
I'm
her
a
covered.
naturally curious person. Okay, I have questions for days about every single topic, and I just saw it as an opportunity to get in people's heads, to learn, to share. Like, it was a dope experience the first time. I had, I think it was a bottle and a half, if not 2 bottles of wine. Throughout that call.
You left the conversation really early. I think you left early that night.
She left
Yeah.
early. Actually, like the conversation went on until like 2 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
I left at like 1.
Yeah.
She left at 1. So
Okay,
it's pretty
okay.
good
So
for
she
some-
held up for the first
She
night.
held up for the
She
first
did.
night.
What's up?
And she was so nervous, and we're all just like, don't be nervous. Like when that social was done, my phone was blowing up. Who's Nicole? Who's Nicole? Like, she has to come back.
Everybody loved Nicole.
Everybody loved Nicole.
Everyone loves Nicole.
And then after it just went so well, and then we decided, why don't we do a podcast?
Yeah.
Because people actually started asking us, you guys should record this because the conversation was just so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we can't record without asking people. That's
Yeah.
a Zoom call on a Sunday night. People are relaxed at home.
Yeah.
Can't be recording them. And then our lovely friend Sheldon, hopefully he'll be our guest one of these days,
Yep.
is the one actually that pushed this agenda and said, you guys are great. You guys ask amazing questions.
Big up to Sheldon.
Big up to Sheldon. The
Big
man
up to
them
Sheldon.
are excited all the time. People are never miss the socials. Like, so
No.
we're committed. It was overwhelming in a good way. So it was nice to know that
Looking
people
forward
want
to the Sunday.
right?
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. But why don't we talk about how we all know each other?
So I know you from school. I know you through a mutual friend.
George
And
Brown.
George Brown.
George Brown
Yep.
days.
Yeah. Shout out George Brown.
Shout out George Brown.
And I know Nicole through the brother. So the brother and I used to power back then.
Yeah.
And coolest guy. Shout out to Mike. Hopefully one day you'll come on our. Mike is like,
count on that.
Mike is like, I'm not coming to this. Like,
Not his kind of vibe.
it's not his kind of vibe at all. But anyways, Mike has been my good friend forever. So naturally, when I'm hanging out with Mike and something's going on with the family, he will invite me and I will see Nicole. And actually, a good friend of mine actually knows Nicole. So we got introduced to her.
Yeah.
And then we just always parred, all of us. Like, but we will talk, but we never really parred until thanks to COVID.
Yep.
Look at
Shout
us.
out COVID.
It's
Some
true.
good came from COVID. I
It
didn't
did.
even lie.
It's true.
Connections, networking
true.
opportunities.
Networking
for sure.
opportunities.
And I didn't even know the two of you knew each other because I met you guys separately.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I joined that Zoom call and I
Yeah.
saw Karina, I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
Yeah.
We're like, hi.
Yeah, it's always cool, especially when you pop up in the Zoom calls. No one knows who is being
Yeah, who's
invited.
gonna be on?
You know, you never know
You
because
never
no
know.
one knew each other. And now
Exactly.
we're all so close. We actually have a group chat. We do barbecues.
But the interesting part is to see that a lot of us we have so much in common.
Yeah.
We're so much alike. We deal with the same issues. We
Every
want to
day.
ask the same questions. We
Yep.
have the
Yeah.
same relationship issues. We all go
Yes.
through the same things. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
It
where
was such a
it's-
good platform to just be able to connect on another level, right?
Yeah.
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 It was good.
Yeah, man. So, like, I mean,
On
I
top
feel-
of that, we're all awesome. Everybody, you know,
I mean, we're pretty
successful
dope.
women.
we're
Can we
pretty
cheers
dope.
to that?
Cheers
Can
to
we
being
cheers to that?
successful
Actually,
women.
Cheers to that. You go so far.
Yes.
And we're
I
here
know.
to
So
empower
far.
other women, you know? We want
Yeah.
other women to like,
To feel empowered.
Yeah.
And because I was actually telling you too that the reason I always wanted to do a podcast of some sort, and I was like, I don't believe in doing anything by myself. I don't believe in winning by myself. So, like, I know I could be a chatterbox. Like, people are like, Grace is connected. But I'm like, but at the same
But
time, it's just
naturally.
like, but not, I'm like, yo, but like, I don't want to do it by myself and like have it, like,
Yeah.
what's good and bad. Like, it,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I know so many dope women like you too
Yeah.
that everybody loves. You guys are down to earth and you always shouted me out. And I was like, why don't we just do one together? That would be cool.
Yeah.
And now we're committed, guys. Like, now there's
Yeah.
no turning back.
No
turning
turning
back
back.
now.
It's our
But just
first
like the
episode.
Zoom calls, once I joined the Zoom calls, there
You're
was
like, this
no
is ours.
turning
Yeah.
back. It's like
Yeah,
something
okay.
I look forward to, something
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the idea with the podcast too.
Yeah. And then also
For
another
sure.
thing with Toronto too, like we always say, like Toronto, like it's hard to meet a lot of pretty girls and dope women that are just successful in their own right. Like you guys are like, I admire so much that you do. Actually, why don't you say what you do for a living?
so I'm in construction engineering, and
Yeah.
I work on a lot of the commercial and residential buildings within the city
Hello.
and outside of the city too. So
Hello.
I have a lot of cool projects on the go right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like, boss, yo, listen.
Yeah.
Green over here, man. What do you do?
Yes,
Nicole?
Karina. So I'm in talent acquisition. I've been doing that for about 5 years.
Nice.
I actually recruit for one of the 5 major banks. Don't have to name.
Nope, you don't have to.
True. Because you never know who's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, so I recruit for one of the major banks, and I have a couple of business ventures underway as well that I'm
Sweet.
super excited about.
Can't wait to hear
I
about
won't
them.
speak on that just yet, but
Right,
you know,
right.
down the line.
Down the line.
That's awesome.
If you guys tune in the many episodes down to come,
Yes,
you'll find out.
for sure. For
And
sure.
as you can see, it was natural to connect with them and continue growing with amazing women in the city.
Oh, great.
I'm in real estate.
Yeah, tell us what you do.
Yeah, so I'm in real estate, and I love it. Real estate and finance as well, and I have a few other projects on the go. Amazing mentors that like just wanted to support me and see me grow. So it's been a very intense journey, and it happened so dramatically because my where I thrive the most is the restaurant business because I like selling wine and buying wine and tasting wine with my friends and going to the patio. Hence today I was like, ladies, we gotta do wine, and you both like wine, so this is
Love wine.
We have so much in common. It was stupid. It made sense, and yeah, so that was my background. So I didn't expect COVID to happen because I was just looking to transition and be like, all right, maybe this is my last year in the restaurant
Yeah.
business. Let me sell, let me work with a few wine brokers as I transition to real estate. But boom,
Yeah.
COVID happened. Guess what? The only thing I got to do is not real estate or marketing and tap
Yep.
in all the way, right?
Yep.
So it was a blessing in disguise because
Yeah.
anyone that comes to the wine bar that I work at, like, they know I'm obsessed. Like, I love my job. I love
Yeah.
my job forever. Like, I love the people that I meet, the connections that I make. And
It suits your personality though.
and yeah, and you feel
You're a
like you're
people
not
person.
working. Yeah,
You are a
I'm
people
Such a
person.
people person. Like I
You
gotta
love
meet
connecting people.
and I gotta connect people. Like when I see this person could do something for this person, I'm like,
Yes.
you gotta call this person because this person does this and this and this,
Totally.
and you gotta call this other person. We're like, oh my god, like So this is like a beautiful like situation, and it made sense to like because you guys. You don't understand the conversations you're about to hear in the future, and then you have to tune in because just grab your glass of wines. You're not gonna want to miss our episodes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be.
They're spicy.
They're gonna be
They're
dope.
very spicy.
They're gonna be dope.
All topics, all different perspectives, and I think we're all so similar, but at the same time, we're all so different
Yep.
in the way we approach situations and the way that we
Yeah.
think. So it's gonna be cool.
How different are personalities? Like I feel like you know how to break it down. Like
Nicole's
Oh
a
my
spicy one.
gosh.
Nicole's a spicy. She has
I'll
the
take
heat.
spicy.
She has the heat.
the heat, boom.
Heat,
I'm
bam.
more of the neutral
She's
person.
our neutral person.
The neutral
she should
person.
actually been in the middle, but the way
I'm in between.
the way the name came about, the G just made sense to be in the middle, but really
Yeah.
it would be K, but it wouldn't match with the. I'm the passionate one, so I'm just like, I'm a lover for everything. So whatever I talk about, I love it.
Yeah.
What I hate about it, I
You
love
are
it.
passionate about
Yes.
everything.
Everything, yes.
Anything you talk about is like 110%
10%.
that you discuss that. Like everything. Yes. Yeah.
But so I like that. I like that we're all so different, but somehow we're able to just love up on each
And
other.
we blend in
And
with
like
each other.
blend so well. And like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's funny because I was telling someone, like, yo, these girls are so dope. And like, we know each other as friends. We all have our different networks of people
Yeah.
that we chill with. But sometimes you'll see like a pretty girl crew and you're like, all right, that's like, because Toronto has a bad reputation for stush pretty women.
That is so true. And you know what? Like, I find it really hard to meet new friends at this age. Do you guys agree or no?
It's not that
Yeah.
I really want to meet new
We were
friends.
just
but I
talking
do.
about that.
I do.
You wanna make
I have a small circle, and because you know, throughout the years, you have to
Yeah.
eliminate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
no,
you
it's
grow,
true, it's true.
And as you grow, you
Some
grow
people gotta
apart,
go.
right?
No matter how
and so
sweet
it's
they
like,
are.
okay, well, now my circle's more so looking like a dot. I need to expand a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you see so many beautiful women in the city. who
No, I
are
get
about
where you-
something.
yeah, I see your
agree.
point there. I guess
Yeah.
it's because I grew up with a bunch of strong women.
Right.
They're all strong. Luckily, I was blessed with a lot of really good people around me. So
Right.
I've always had the same consistent friends.
Wow,
Right.
You're fortunate.
Yeah, that's a blessing though.
There's a
I'll say that's a
beautiful
blessing. I'll
blessing,
say that's
yeah.
a blessing though.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you
But it is
think?
hard.
For me, I didn't grow up in Toronto, so I have no attachment to Toronto. So people
Yeah.
always like, oh, would you ever live in another country or city? I'm like, oh, hell yeah, because my mom always traveled.
Yes.
Since we were kids. Like, she did her school in England, Dubai, she did practice in Bangladesh. So I remember, like, growing up in Kenya, like, my mom would be coming in. My mom's a doctor, that's her background. And she worked for you know, with the UN and, like, any type of scientist you could think about. We didn't even understand some of them. Like, we'd be seeing guests coming into a house in Kenya. We're like, okay, that's a new trainee. They're going to the lab. They're going to the lab. And we didn't understand. But, like, we saw so many pictures, and that just, like, we couldn't even... she broadened our mind that like the world is not just even Kenya, not just
Yeah.
even Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much out there and so
Yeah.
much people to meet.
Yeah.
So, but not growing up in Toronto, I guess made me not be attached to the city per se. So I don't understand the dramas people go through in the city. Like I hear the Toronto dramas. Like
yeah.
we gotta talk about the light skin dramas. We talk about that because you guys like, I mean, you guys are not really
Light-skin
light skin all the way, but like I know there was like a light skin face. But I mean, I like not being in the city. I think it's like a blessing because I'm just so free spirited. Like I'm just too free spirited. Like I
Yeah.
think even to the point where some girls are so like hardcore don't even know how to interact with me because I'm just too happy. Like I'm always happy. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
because
"Rita's
they're
so happy."
miserable. There's a
They're
lot of miserable
No,
people.
yeah, that positive and high
Yeah,
energy.
people
could rub
can't handle
some
that.
people the
It
wrong
A
way.
rubs
lot of
the-
people
Yeah.
cannot handle people that are happy, that just want to be happy.
I just want to be happy. I just want to see you be great. I want to buy you a shot at the bar. Like, but like sometimes you'll be like, oh my God, what's up, girl? Let me buy you a shot. But
Yeah,
you forget that they might actually not like you. But it's not that they don't like you as a person. They just don't like themselves. So that's what they're projecting.
That's exactly what
You know
it
what
is.
I mean? So I
that's
never,
it.
I never take it personally whenever people say, "Oh, this girl was giving me side eye." It's like you can't even be mad at that because that's just her, like being like your spirit and their spirit is just not matching at the moment, right? So I never even take.
Misery
I'm like,
loves company.
I just right, misery loves company. So I just like when I see that, I'm like, who's
Or
happy? Who's smiling
okay,
here?
but they could be haters too, though.
True.
They could be
I
haters.
I give them the benefit of the doubt. That's the nicest is me. That's the nicest. in
They're
grace.
haters.
They're haters.
Guaranteed they're haters.
Yeah.
Call it as it
You're
is,
right,
they're
you know
haters.
what, you're
Guaranteed
right.
they're haters.
Cause like, yo, some people, I'm like, God damn, do you want me to buy you a drink?
Yeah,
Are you
no,
okay?
no, no,
like,
Yeah.
There's a
You
lot
still
of
at a
people that
party?
see you doing well. They see you around a strong group of people, and they'll hate on you for no reason.
for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason. I always see. Do you guys ever see this meme on Instagram where people are like, 2020 is a year to cut people off. Some people I thought I knew, whatever. And I'm like,
Yes.
How about you just think
Every
about
year.
Why don't you think? Why don't you just think about your toxic personality as well? Maybe you just need to clean that
Yeah.
too. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's not even the people around you because people always be who they are. So
Yeah.
that's usually. I think that has to be one of my worst quotes for like when a
cut
new
people
year.
off.
You don't like
Yeah.
When people are over announcing people that they're cutting off. 'Cause
Yes.
if you're really cutting
Like it's
people
an
off,
annual thing.
it's like an annual thing. It's like
You're the issue. It's
there
a
might
you
be some
issue.
things you need to cut
Yeah,
off. You're not
it's you.
talking about that
At some point,
either.
you gotta reflect and be like, "What's the common denominator
What's the
here?"
common
It's
denom-
you. Yeah.
Because like some
Yeah.
people, they be cutting people off every
Yeah.
year. Like, you know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep,
Like
yep.
I've cut some people off, but it's not even a matter of like, oh, those people are not good for me. It's just like
You
I'm
don't
just-
need to announce your moves.
You don't need to announce your
Yes.
moves.
Normally, people don't announce their moves.
Not
Like,
one
I'm not
bit.
going to tell the world. So why don't you just tell them directly? Because that's basically a subliminal.
Really,
So-
really, you're just trying to have them see that
Yeah.
message per se,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
I can't stand social media subliminal messages.
What's
I know.
your worst one? Do you have
Oh, I can't think of one right now. I have seen so many.
There's so many of them.
There's
Heard
like a
of so
few.
many.
I'm trying to think of.
So many. How can I not think of one right
How
now?
about you? Do you guys find some people like have positive pages as well? They're the positive
Yeah,
people,
of
but
course.
their captions, they'll take a picture by a flower, but they're talking about a whole
They're
different
deep on
thing.
that.
They're
That's you. That is you. You are so deep on everything. Like if you take a picture of a plant, if you take a picture of
Right.
a flower, everything's
You
just
gotta, like,
deep.
you
I
gotta,
love
like,
that.
You gotta look into that, right? So like,
love
I like
it.
to I like when I see people like
Yeah.
post, and like you actually like the message actually matches it. Like you kind of want to see their inspiration behind
Yeah.
it. You want to like think about it, but sometimes I just be posting me like it's lit today.
Yeah,
And like it's a glass of wine.
But at the
You know?
end of the day, I want people to post for themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of people are posting for everybody else but
Sure.
themselves.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they're
But
living
do
a
you
life
think,
that,
though,
you know.
that sometimes it's not even their fault. Like they might want to be intentional, but because there's so much pressure on social media and like what you're supposed to post out there.
I don't feel that pressure.
As
feel
an
it, but, like,
adult,
just-
maybe
yeah.
as a child and you're lost and you don't know
True,
yourself.
true.
Sure.
But some adults are just as lost.
It's true.
As worse
you
as
know
kids.
What? It's true.
That's
Some-
Like
a
how
fact.
many times have you seen like people that are married
Yeah.
and they're not happy, but they don't know why they're happy. They can't
Yeah.
even pinpoint.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's just
yeah.
easy to live another life.
Yeah.
Quote unquote on social media and be like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm stuck with this man, or I'm stuck
Yeah.
with this woman. So I'm just gonna post about us so that people don't ask me questions.
True.
So we're just gonna post
Yeah.
how good we look.
True.
You know?
But behind the scenes, it's
Some
a
people
different
look
story.
amazing on Instagram,
Yeah.
but in shambles
Yeah.
in real life,
Yeah.
you know?
No,
so
it's true. It's very true.
you can't never believe what you see, you know?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Jay-Z always
Believe-
says.
How many people post the real?
Yeah, it's
I don't
true.
post the real. I try to post
know?
the real. Sometimes I'll be there with my pajamas. I remember one girl asked me like, "Are you okay, girl?" I was like, "Whoa."
Because you posted your pajamas? Like, can't I just be
I think-
chilling?
because I guess like you know what I mean. People are so used to seeing perfection so much that even
Yeah.
when they see you chill, like it's like they're not even used to that, right? So
Yeah,
like you know when they see you like. I like sometimes posting with no makeup on, like, you know, because I want
Yeah.
people to be able to see how I really look without makeup. Or
Yeah,
I want
no.
you to see me lit all the way. I'm classy as all the way. Like, come on. Like, I'm
I
okay
agree.
with seeing that light for a
I mean,
minute.
I love a filter, but at the same time,
But you look like your filter, though. That's a joke.
thanks, Grace. I love a filter, but like
You are allowed
to
to.
look like your filter.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
Let's pause for a second. There's no one person. She uses filters so
No,
much
but-
sometimes. I'm just like, is it your camera? And then I forget, no, it's her filter.
It's a filter.
Because
It's
you
my filter.
look like it.
Thanks, guys.
And you know?
But yeah, but you also want to be authentic because what happens when they meet you in real life, you know?
Yes.
What happens when they see you in real
I
life?
mean,
Damn.
we're going
We
to
don't
talk.
want no
We'll
shock.
start talking about
That's another
That's a whole
topic. That's a
episode,
topic
guys.
for
Guys, we have
tomorrow.
so much
It's true.
to pour.
It's
Like,
true.
Ooh.
This has been like 4 months in the making, and we're just going to be like doing it live just so you can really see. Shout out to Ro, our director.
Yep. Big
Can
up,
we just shout
Ro.
it like
Shout out
this?
to Ro.
You know what I mean? And Kamisha, my good, beautiful friend Kamisha, who was supposed to be here today, but you know, she's gonna be joining us in future episodes because we're gonna see a lot of her. Because she's just a
Cool.
good soul. I'm just gonna talk about her for a second.
Yes.
Like I like when the energies are meeting, and like you know, like someone that's like you're working with, like you're partnering with, like you know the energies are 1,000. You could just be yourself. And you're loved. So
Yeah.
I know Director Ro, I'm gonna call you Director Ro because you're in this job right now. I know when they go home, I kid you not, and Ro, correct me if I'm wrong. This is gonna be Mish tonight, okay? When they're editing. Yo, we got girl! She is like, if you're having a bad day, call Kamisha. Even on her worst day, like Kamisha will be calling me. I'm like, how do you even just manage to make me feel good? Like,
Wow.
it was really about you.
Everybody needs
Yeah.
a Kamisha.
Everybody needs a Kamisha, so.
But
I
you know
can't-
what? COVID kind of showed you who your real friends are,
Yo.
you know, because a lot of people are
Yo.
down right now. And sometimes it's just a phone call to check on your friend, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Somebody that you haven't heard from in a while is just to say, hey, how's it going? You don't need to call them every day, but
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Just knowing that they're thinking about you. How-
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
What's up?
I'm working on that. Okay, I am not the greatest at calling, checking on people. I'm sorry, I'm not.
No, but
I'm
the
not.
thing is, at the
But can I say though, when people call you, like when I call you and I really want to talk to you and hang out
Yes.
with you, you make it happen.
Yes,
So that's
100%.
okay.
I'm
So you-
more like making it happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's link up.
So
let's
that's
get
our
together.
still,
Yeah.
so don't beat
Yes.
yourself down. You might not be
Okay.
a reach out, but
Yes.
when you're reached out too.
Yeah, you're a busy girl at the same time.
100%.
You're a
You
busy
also-
girl at the
listen, you're
same
also a
time.
mother too.
Yeah, so
Beautiful kids.
Yes, thank you, boo.
Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
still a busy woman, so
I love it.
what are we doing after this, guys? I'm excited. I'm excited to just like unwind. When is COVID gonna end though?
It's not gonna end anytime soon.
To be honest,
What do you
I
guys-
was
what do
told
you
I'm not
think?
going back into the office for all of 2020.
Oh.
So the way it's looking is things are slowly starting to get back to some
Slowly, but the second
Slowly,
wave.
but not all the way.
type of normalcy.
The second wave's supposed to come in a couple months, so we'll see. Once the
don't know,
kids
man.
go back to school, that's the only time we can really determine,
No, they're going back in September.
yeah. So once they
I'm
go
nervous.
back, yeah.
Why are
I'm
kids
nervous
going
about
back to
that.
school?
Are you
Okay,
gonna
can we
send?
talk
Are you
about
gonna
that?
send
Are
your
you
kids
taking
back
kids
or?
back?
I mean, yeah.
There's a lot of parents that are kind of.
They're not doing it.
Oh no, man! Like, oh no.
There's even a lot of teachers that don't know if they're going back to school.
A lot
You
of
know?
teachers.
No.
Kamisha's the teacher. I wish
It's
she was
still
here. I
early.
would've just
It's
asked
still
her.
early. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
They have been. They're required from I think grade 4 and up to wear face masks all day, every day.
Okay.
They have to stay in their same cohort.
Yeah.
Cohort. So I'm nervous about that. I don't know how that's gonna look.
Yeah.
It's still early on. Like we got a few weeks out. I'm gonna learn more, understand more.
Yeah.
But like my daughter is so ecstatic to go back.
Of course, her friends.
Yeah,
friends.
her
kids.
friends are everything. My son,
Of
he can
course.
stay home for another 5 years. He
Oh
doesn't care.
Jaden's like, I'm good.
What
up?
He does not
No,
care.
they
I got
miss
my
their
basketball.
friends. They haven't seen their friends all year.
They haven't seen their
Yeah.
friends all year. And summertime is they do summer camps. Do your kids do summer camps?
Yeah, they usually do, but now
Okay.
of course everything's closed, right? So I'm pro sending them back because I'm worried. Like they've been home for months. And it's just like, what are you really doing? It's
Yeah.
like games and computer and TV.
There's so much you can do to keep them entertained.
There's so much,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yes.
did you find, because I've talked to some parents and they say like it's the most challenging time for them as well because they didn't know what to do. How do you work in the office and your kids are playing in the living room? And
Oh, yeah.
you know, we're talking about like some single parents. like,
Everybody in my
even
office.
even people that have both parents. Like
Yeah.
the husband has to go into the
It's
office.
still difficult.
The mom is working at home, and then you have your two kids. Like you have to plan when I'm gonna feed them to go to the office. One is crying, you kind of have to attend to them, but you have a call. So I
Yeah.
think COVID has challenged a lot of parents differently.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a parent, but I definitely have a different level of respect for
Especially
parents.
for toddlers. Like
Oh,
a
that's
lot
another
of
story.
goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done
Daycare.
it with toddlers. That's crazy.
a lot of the people
Yeah.
I work with have toddlers,
Oh.
and they're always like, "I'm gonna need a break from here to here because
Right.
I already know she wants to play with,
Right.
Yeah.
play with me and all that
And
stuff."
toddlers
so
are still taking naps and
Yeah,
stuff. You gotta
so-
break
They
with
need their nap
that.
time. And when you
Yeah.
switch up their routine, kids also know. Kids are just like us, where they kind of could tell. They could
yeah,
be like,
they can't visit their
"What's
friends.
happening?" Like,
Yeah.
something is not the same. Like they might not know, but they'll feel it.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's like crazy.
Yeah,
Why don't we
so-
talk about the wines we like? As we wrap up, because this is
Okay.
just an intro. You know what I mean?
You guys know I like the one wine I always talk about.
Which
These are
one?
like the fancy ones.
That's we can't really say
That
the
is
names.
sad.
guys know I love bodacious.
We can't say that out loud, Karina. We're not saying it. No.
That's my wine.
Can we block that out, bro?
Yeah,
Can we
like-
block that out? Okay,
Yeah, that's
we
not,
did not say that.
You know what?
That's
it's
my
a good
favorite
thing, though,
wine.
that it's a good thing when
I
we
love my
met.
local cheap wine.
No, we will introduce you to
gosh.
some. Here's the thing, though, about wine. Like, people think because I work in the wine business, or like I'm in the wine business, like they think like I know everything about wine. Like, as much as I've tried, I have a dozen of wines. Like, there's probably a wine that I probably will look at and may not. Like maybe one or two, I may not know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
But I always enjoy seeing what other people like too, whether
Okay.
it's good, cheap, or bad, or whatever the case. Because I want to taste and understand them. Part of me selling wine is also understanding what they like.
So what
And
are your
making
thoughts on
sure-
bodacious then?
Uh,
Just curious.
It's just bodacious. There's so many. Okay, not
Like,
to be
where do I
racist,
start?
but like not to be racist, but like my black people when they come to my restaurant, all they ask for.
No, they don't ask for
you're not gonna
bodacious.
finish that
Oh, yeah, they
no,
ask
you're
me.
lying.
Oh, no.
Okay, I won't go in and ask for bodacious.
Oh my
I will
God.
not
This
do
is what
that.
they'll ask for. This is what they'll ask for. They're like, I'm looking for like a okay, actually apathetic. There's a
my
is it
God.
apathetic?
Yep, apothic.
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 That was like apathetic.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a great
Yeah, that
one.
one's a
I
good
like that one.
It's a
Apothic
good one, but
bread.
like a lot of my black people, and I love them when they come check me. We don't have anything that they like in terms of Moscatos, bodacious white or red. We don't have that. So, but then because I know they like that, I introduce them to something brand new.
Okay.
That they will never even think.
So you
is
put them
like
on.
That. So I put them
put them on.
But I also understand why they like that because it's just comfortable. Sometimes you know what you like, you know how you're gonna like it, you know how much you can have of it. I can't knock it. However, I always say like explore your palate, because you're gonna be traveling in so many different parts of the world. If you're a traveler, you're gonna want to know different tastes.
Well, I can't wait till your bar opens up again. So
Oh, guys,
Right?
one
You
you
tasting
can expand
on
me.
Jack.
So you can expand me beyond bodacious.
One tasting, I will
Necessary.
be expecting. Listen, my friends sometimes, like I have a family, like my godson's kids actually, like their family, they were not wine drinkers. Like I mean, he's a business guy. He's in financial district. Like he's a finance guy. So he's come to the restaurant. He knows the business a little bit, but he's like, Grace, oh my God, we got this wine. So now our family Christmas dinners now.
Yeah.
They have decanters now, because I've had to get them with decanters.
Excuse me.
They're putting me on now.
Okay.
I remember Philip. Everybody knows
Yeah.
Philip. You know Philip, my godson's dad?
I don't.
You probably have met her, or you probably have
Probably
seen
by
her.
face,
But
yeah.
you know him very well. But anyways, Philip is like now fancy. Like
Oh.
his house, you don't find cheap stuff. And I'm like, even I buy some cheap stuff sometimes, and I know fancy wine. And but every time I go to their house, because his clientele is like, I don't want to like expose his business like that, because he's very private. But like, let's just say his clientele has a specific taste. So
Okay.
he's getting specific type of wines where it is a specific like, you know. But anyway, so Philip will have this like amazing wine, and we'll taste it and we'll like explore it together. So sometimes you never know. You just need someone to introduce you to one thing.
No, it's true.
For you to like explore
It's
so many
true.
others, and then you know. So I like learning from everybody as well.
My
but-
friends just like Hennessy, so the wine I drink,
Oh my gosh.
if they
people that
put me
only
on,
drink Hennessy.
right? I have a crew of friends that drink Hennessy and you know the
that's about
vodkas,
it.
but like I don't have like wine drinkers. You know?
you at me now.
Yeah.
It's about to turn.
Okay.
But anyway, so okay, I said we could talk forever, obviously. Like guys, we know each other. Like at this point, we've been talking at 3 a.m. Sometimes Karina will be up at 2. I'm like, girl, you're up, call me. Like we're like we've known so much about each other, and like I'm just so happy that like I met you guys, and this is like I think for all of us right now. So we're gonna wrap it up so that we could just party for the rest of the evening, because I'm tired of like
Hey.
propping right now. How about that?
We like to party.
It's happening.
Yo, you guys are gonna make me dance solo?
Yeah,
you're
we like
enjoying
to
it.
party.
Oh, cheers. We'll just
cheers.
Cheers.
To our
Clink,
first
clink, clink.
episode ever.
Oh, you're too far. But cheers.
Our first episode ever. One more time
Yes.
for our viewers. This is Three-Way with
And
Jay.
Okay.
Hey. Get used to that, okay? Oh my! I'm too excited that like I can't even plan how we're gonna guys just enjoy the ride. Just come join
Enjoy the
us.
ride.
It's
Join
gonna
us.
be dope.
And thank you
On
for
the next
listening.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, guys. And it's been good. It's been good to catch up with my
Yes.
girls, and we're trying to enjoy every bit of this summer. So
100%.
until next time.
Until next time, we're gonna really, I think we could say, dig deeper on specific topics,
Yep.
issues,
Guys,
Yep.
we're going deep.
right?
We have some good guests.
We have some
you know.
good guests lined up
Good
for the next
guests.
3 episodes. People are excited.
Uh-huh.
Our
I'm
friends are excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Which is dope, which is super dope. Anyways, cheers and
Cheers again.
cheers again to
Cheers to
All right.
good afternoon and
Let's enjoy this weather and this wine.
bye guys.